Hey, this is FSX23, and this is a video response to a YouTuber by the name of Matthew419. And in his video, he asked for video responses from atheists, answering a couple of his questions on why to become an atheist and what are the benefits of becoming an atheist. So in his video, he asked two main questions. Let me show you the first question, and then I'll respond to it.
My question is this. What is the draw of atheism? Why should I become an atheist? Because here's the thing. I love my church. I love Jesus Christ. I love everything about being a Christian. I love preaching the gospel. I love fellowshipping with the saints. To become an atheist, I have to give up everything I love. Everything. Everything that I hold dear to me, I have to set it aside.
Okay, so it is my opinion, and often the opinion of other atheists that I've met, that belief, in fact, is not a choice. You can't choose to believe something. You either believe it or you do not. So, atheism is not something you can necessarily choose to do, it is just something you are. And if, in fact, you stop believing in God, then you may not feel the same way about Jesus and preaching the gospel and God and fellowshipping with the saints. And I admit, there probably is a social aspect of going to church that will be very appealing to you, but it might not feel quite the same when you know in your heart that you really do not believe those things. So, why become an atheist? What is the appeal?
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
So, the choice was not atheism. The choice was to find out what reality was and what was true. And I made this decision as a Christian. And my point of view was that if religion was true and God existed, it had nothing to fear from investigation. Anything that, in fact, exists, well, investigation is going to bear that out. But as I explored that and I looked into it more and more, I kept pushing God into a smaller box. And what I mean is that the more I explored, the more I found answers for things, and the less God had to do. And eventually, God was put into such a small hole that I had to admit, well, there's no reason to actually believe this God exists in the first place. And I stopped believing in God. Now, this doesn't mean I know there's no God. It means I have no reason to believe in God because I have nothing for God to do. I can't define God in any way. And there's no mechanism for God to act. So that is why I'm an atheist.
I guess what I want to know is, in light of all that I would have to give up to become an atheist, what do I possibly have to gain? What is in it for me? That's the big question. What is in it for me to become an atheist? What is it about atheism that would make it worthwhile for me to give up the things that I love so much and that I hold so dear? Jesus Christ, my church family, my Bible. What's the draw?
So, what have I gained by becoming an atheist? Well, before I thought I had answers, and now I have to find those answers for myself. And that is a very rewarding experience. And I feel a good thing for people to do every week is to be humbled in some way. Looking at the sheer size of the universe, looking at the stars out there that are millions of times bigger than our sun, trying to conceive of the sheer amount of time it took to create things like our planet, our solar system, our universe, and exploring the limits of science, discovering new particles, learning about our evolutionary past. All of these things humble me in much the same way religion once humbled me. And it is very satisfying. And if I ever was led to find God in this search for truth, well, then I would believe in God. But I don't believe in God because I've yet to have that experience, and perhaps I will one day. I doubt it, but I'm still open to it. But the appeal of atheism is the search for knowledge. for me. And I don't know what it is for other people, but having talked to quite a few atheists, this seems to be a common thread between us. We are really fascinated about reality and we want to learn as much as we can. So that's my main drive. So, in saying all of this, I have to make a small caveat. And the thing is, there is atheism, as in what someone in fact believes about God, and then there is the popularized term atheism, as in people who declare themselves as atheists. So, when I say that atheism gives me this feeling of curiosity about the universe, that's not necessarily tied to atheism itself. I'm talking about the popular term, as in the group of people who call themselves atheists. So, another thing I think you're getting at is why declare that you're an atheist? So, you might in fact be an atheist. You may not use that term. You may use another term, and that's fine. I'm not necessarily married to the word atheist, but the reason I go ahead and call myself an atheist is because there are a lot of people out there who may not believe in God, who may not want religion forced on them in their lives. And as a group, these people really don't have much weight. They don't have much power unless they go ahead and openly declare they're an atheist, so that people out there understand there's other atheists out there. It's fine to not believe in God and that you're not alone. I think the gay rights movement did a similar thing by coming out. When people speak up and admit that they are an atheist, others who may have been afraid to now have a group, a community of others who can support them, and they will feel more comfortable coming out as atheists. So that's more or less my response to why I'm an atheist, why I use that term. I appreciated your video. You seemed to ask basic questions. You weren't attacking atheists, and I try not to attack Christians in this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you and maybe to others hearing the video. I'll see you later. Hopefully we can maybe have a discussion one day and clear up some issues. But that's my video, and I'll see you later.